Good morning!
Good morning!
There was a land whose monarch reigned for decades, filled with joy and pain. But as time passed and as he aged, saw his own exit from the stage. He had no child, no fair son nor daughter to rule when he's done. With no heir next in line to rule, the next king could be wise or fool, or could be sly, or even foul. How could he just throw in the towel? And then one day he saw a sign that promised a good storyline. Was it a trick? Well, that's the play that we'll lay out for you today. Of all you see, please do take note. For at the end, you get to vote.
Did I get counted?
In comes I, King Harold the Great. I'm great in years, at any rate. For many years I have ruled well, and oh, the stories I could tell. But here I am now with no successors, and our nation is threatened by aggressors that rule our neighbor Darkness Land. When I am gone, they'll think they can come right in and walk off with the throne. So how can I go, leaving my people alone?
No. In comes I. I'm Gwen the Fair. And now with silver in her hair. You're right. It's time to make a plan and face the future hand in hand, but socially distanced.
But I can't die. That word makes me panic.
Everything dies, dear. It's organic.
But I'm not ready to face non-existence. I think I need some supernatural assistance.
Here come I. Some call me witch.
Witch!
Death comes to all, both poor and rich. Afraid to face your curtain call? Poor dear, take comfort from this doll. Now go and seek the answer true for what should follow after you.
Oh, a magic doll? Well, thanks. But wait, how does it work?
Bluetooth.
Let's see. Please tell me, who should hold the reins? No sound, no movement? What a pain. I think I'll walk around the land to seek an heir. Perhaps your hand will raise to indicate who has your blessing. This uncertainty is most distressing. Or maybe one of you will know how to make the darn thing go.
The king went on a royal quest from north to east to south to west. So all would hear his urgent call. Find a new king to save us all.
What features should mark a future king?
Honest memory!
Before the scepter?
Before the scepter crowd a ring. I seek a leader both wise and strong, with a good sense of what's right and wrong. But who is it to be? Is it she, or he, or they? How will I know? Where shall I go? I guess I'll start over here. Are you the one I seek?
Not me. I'm just a normal geek.
Bring that little guy right over here. Yeah. No more taxes and free beer.
Oh, that's popular.
I always thought the king was soft, but now he holds a doll aloft? A doll like none I've ever seen. The hair reminds me of the queen.
Wonder why. Perhaps you're the one?
Maybe.
Or how about you?
I'm kind of busy.
Busy. Some people rate themselves too high. Others are talented but shy. I think I'd better consult the queen. She's the wisest gal I've ever seen.
Queen, big boss.
I've watched my husband through the years. We've rolled through laughter and through tears. But now, I fear he's lost his mind. This can't be the way to find an heir that's suited to the goal, but I can help him toward that goal. My dear, you know the challenges we face. Whoever comes to fill our place must love our people and our land, rule justly, and be fair, not grand. This is no time to feel dejection. What we need is a selection. Let citizens propose their best, then we can put those to a test.
What's this I hear? Stop, please wait. Stop right now before it's too late. In comes I, Baron Rob, the Grand Vizier. And my moral compass is quite clear. I serve myself. Oh, and the great king of Darkness Land and everything. Of course, my work depends on stealth, or I'd find prison instead of wealth. Democracy, it makes me shudder. It's like a ship without a rudder. The common people, they don't care who leads them, they just want their share. And if they get it, what's left for me? Less and less, it's plain to see.
I promised the queen, so we will try it.
There will be lawsuits, frauds, and riots.
Good people all, we have a proclamation. We seek a leader for our nation. So come, all true-hearted, valiant souls who would promote our nation's goals.
We want to learn the people's choice. These selections are your voice, no matter if you're poor by birth. Choose your leader, show your worth.
Throughout the land, all were invited. Paupers, lords, the newly knighted, cooks and teachers, all who dreamed of good deeds or of power schemes. People set aside their labors to vote for bosses, workers, neighbors. But selections to see who can be trusted also bring out the maladjusted. Some candidates were quite absurd. The people's voice was being heard.
That's no more taxes and free beer. Yeah, I'll take your contributions right here. What's that? 1-800-FREEDOM. Freedom! Freedom!
Better health care for us drones. After that, leave us alone. I'm famous pollster Nate the Gold, with chronicles of things foretold. I am a widely known forecaster of earthquakes, floods, and other disasters. Anything you can bet on, from baseball games to Armageddon. I am great at what, and sometimes when, but you know, bad things happen now and then. Predictions are a game of chance. It's hard to make them in advance. I always do the best I can, but now, things are getting crazy, man. The pulse of our nation is erratic. I think we're in for something dramatic. Now, over the years, my eyes have seen some weird stuff from our king and queen. I always thought they set a low bar. But listen to what's happening so far with these selections. Tempers are hot. People offering a dragon in every pot.
40 acres and a cottage. Internet with megawattage. Bluer eyes and softer skin and silk to wrap your baby in. Oh, I hope the voters realize that all these promises are lies.
Yay! Our kingdom is in a very sad state, and these candidates are second rate. I wonder, should I throw my hat in the ring? Would people want a philosopher king? No.
Maybe.
There's a mixture here.
Go for it.
Elections will end, as these things do, in a new leader, or else a coup. The choice will show the kingdom's fate. Can it be saved? Is it too late?
Now's the time to make my case that this should be my well-earned place. Stand up straight and smile like this. I want a look that's reminiscent of the king when he was young. So pretend you're wise and hold your tongue. Let me speak for you. And when we win, the age of Baron Rob begins. Sire, I found your perfect heir. Their name is Cedar, and they're fair. Straight-grained, resisting rotten bugs. What? Damn, wrong text. I meant to say they are, stable.
Is this a person or a table?
Honest, strong, upstanding and wise, and worthy of your highest prize. We made forgot to bring our own ballots. Here they are. You'll see that Cedar is a star.
In comes I, Julie the True.
Oh, boring.
Sorry, my papers are stuck together.
Remember our lines is what you should do.
The thing I want most is to serve all of you. Yay!
Yes. Through this process,
of selection, I will
win our land's affection.
earn our land's affection. Yay. That's what I promised to do. And
I've
studied far and wide, and now I want to show the people how to find a new day and new ways to grow. I'm not just in this for the dough. If people choose to follow me, I will work
On my memory.
to
Okay.
Good Papa, which of these should rule? Still no answer there? Am I a fool? My head is pounding in my heart. But what happens next? Where should we start?
Let's pose some questions to each side and weigh the answers they provide. We must not give them power indeed until we know how they would lead.
Okay.
Just move your lips, but let me speak. I'll give them the answers that they seek.
Question 1. How can you prove that you'll be just and not betray the people's trust? We seek a leader, no dictator. Who knows how you might turn out later?
Kings, dictators, what's in a name? The powerful are all the same. Their promises are writ on water. The weak are lambs destined for slaughter. This is no time for buyer's remorse. Once I'm chosen, there is no divorce.
Now I, on the other hand, will hold forums throughout the land to answer questions, small or grand. I know that I cannot speak for all unless you are welcome in my hall.
Go, Brony.
If you decide that I should be king, I will listen more than speaking.
Make the country drunk again. Freedom!
I think we found our answer, dear.
With just one question, nothing's clear. Question 2. What makes a war that's right and good?
We must appease our stronger neighbor and freely share our golden labor. It's not a popular view, of course, but they could take our land by force. I think that most folks would rather grovel than wind up living in a hovel. So I'll make peace with Darkness Land and ask them to put in command a local leader who is their friend and knows when it is time to bend me.
Now, I think the only good war is a war of words. I don't want people wielding swords. I much prefer diplomacy, and so I will seek peace globally. I, as our ruler, must defend our people's lives and not spend them in a search for power or glory, promoting some heroic story. But if our country's survival is on the line, the first life lost, it should be mine.
I can't take my beer away. Oh, freedom.
Good use of the teleprompter.
I'm taking notes.
Nobly said, well argued. We choose.
But the third question may yet shed light. How can you know you are morally right?
I know that God is on my side. For I've been told he lived and died to compensate for ancient wrongs and make me pure and right and strong.
I say the only way to walk with God. Oh, does he have more?
That's it. I'm done. That says it all.
The only way to walk with God is to accept that you are flawed and try your best. I will try my best, despite it all, to serve the people, great or small. I will weigh every great decision in light of ethics, not beer or religion.
Just beer? Free beer!
Okay, no, let's go.
These folks have stated their positions. But who's the judge for this audition?
We will.
We'll vote.
Can the witch's
doll say what's true?
No.
We can't hear her. I can't hear you. I don't know what else to try. I want this resolved before I die.
I cannot stand and watch my king begging for guidance from a thing. Sire, you must not choose this king-sized muppet. That is a puppet, and that is a puppet.
When I saw your childish behavior, I gave you a doll, man, not a savior. It's made of cloth and yarn, no more. No magic charms from old folklore. Time to grow up. Stand on your own. To choose the future for your throne.
Melinda! One thing we have learned from this election is people want a new direction. You have the power to set things right. There is no need for magic to bring light. Rely instead on facts and wits to sort the genius from the twits. Listen with your mind and heart and give our land a fresher start.
The people's choice should be the king, not some grand divine wellspring. If their heart is truly honest, they will fulfill our country's promise.
But there's still not a clear vision.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
There's still not a clear vision of how to make this decision. And I don't want to wait until I'm dead to take this burden from my head. It's so heavy.
No, I think you should not make this choice. Listen to the people's voice. To bring our land back from the brink, you must find out what these people think. Who will lead them responsibly? Will they choose badly? Possibly.
Frequently.
But we must hear them. And I say, our goal starting today must heed the land's diversity and help all in adversity. So, sire, please take a voice vote to see if the people's choice is me.
Enough of this autocracy. It's time to choose democracy. You're a good audience. Thank you.
Shudder.
They learned their lines.
Dear audience, we turn to you to tell us what you want us to do.
Let's take a voice vote here today to find an ending for our play. Now please call out with cheers or boos so we know who you want to choose. The Puppet King, whose master is clear. Or Party Man, who loves his beer. Or Julie, who says her principles will help us be invincible. We've held a vote, both free and fair. Julie is the winner, I declare.
You'll be a good steward of our land, seeking wisdom from every hand.
It looks good. Gold your color.
She has to fill that hat.
Yes, I feel that.
So let us greet summer's blooms and welcome as we welcome a new face to the throne room.
Yay! Now, Julie,
I promise that as we greet the May, all the people here today, I need your help to do this job.
and find the way.
This play, to find the way. So, let's get together and enjoy a brighter May.
A brighter
It was 1995 when King Nancy made her debut. That year she was Barney the Simple, enticed into the world of virtual reality by Connie Walters, the queen of Winternet. Fortunately, she was pulled back to reality with the help of the Birchleaves Children's Morris team. Nancy was back in 1996 to play King Willie and face off against Bob Doleful, his opponent, and the chaotic forces of Pac-Man and the Spin Doctor. We've never let her leave, and she has always risen to this occasion, whether that meant wearing a dunce cap or a Darth Vader mask, and dying, or almost dying, of the oddest causes. Wrapped up in silly string, starving herself to death because she banished foreign food, succumbing to intense embarrassment. Oh, I am mortified. Kidnapped by anarchists, and in 2003, the king strangled herself. For many years, the Dances of Ribbon Steel Rapper team revived the king with the power of their cold steel blades. Sadly, as Mike warned us, each year, what you see here today you may never see again, and indeed, Ribbon Steel Rapper is no more. 28 years
King Nancy. There are so many ways to die if you are king in our mumming place, but ultimately, whether it was warm or cold, sunny or wet, Nancy has usually ended up on the pavement. This year, we have spared Nancy that indignity for her final performance as our king. Please give her a special round of applause. King Nancy!